is elected in the UK. Councillors are elected using STV in Scotland, and they were first used in Scottish Government elections in May of 2007. 1,220 councillors are elected. MPs work in the House of Commons. There are 650 MPs in Westminster, one for each constituency or seat. An MP is supposed to represent their constituents in Westminster and act on their behalf. An MSP is a member of the Scottish Parliament. There are 129 MSPs, 73 are constituency MSPs and 56 are regional list MPs.
How are laws passed? Much of the UK Constitution is written down in the form of laws passed down by Parliament that are known as statute law. A new law must pass through a complete series of stages in both the House of Lords and House of Commons, and they both must agree. Either house can vote on a bill so that it won't become a new law.
How is power divided and checked? In the UK, the monarchy is the head of state. The Prime Minister is the head of the government, and the legislative power is vested in the two chambers of Parliament, the House of Commons and the House of Lords. One way in which power is checked is every 5 years the Prime Minister's work is judged, and then if their cabinet colleagues feel it's necessary, they can effectively force the Prime Minister out of office. This is called a vote of no confidence. An example of this is Margaret Thatcher. Any decision that the Prime Minister wants to make has to go through the Parliament, and they can refuse to allow it.
The Queen is the monarch. She is the head of state, the head of the Church of England and the head of the armed forces. She appoints the Prime Minister and other ministers of the Crown. Before Parliament can be dissolved and a general election called, the Prime Minister must ask the monarch's permission, but this is just a formality. The Queen cannot vote. The Queen also opens Parliament. She gives a speech at the opening of Parliament, but the speech is ultimately written by the Prime Minister or his or her officials. The Queen has the powers of the royal prerogative, and the royal assent and the royal prerogative. The royal prerogative is where she acts through the Prime Minister without the consent of the government, and the royal assent is where she signs a law passed by the government into law. Got what you got.